Hi there, my name's Dave, and it's time to taste some Tuscan Red. Yes, a nice Tuscan Red blend, a 2016 Monte Antico Toscano. This wine is $17 at the BC Liquor Store. This wine is made in Tuscany, and of course Tuscany is famous for wines such as Chianti, Brunello di Montalcino, and Vino Nobile di Montepulciano, which are all Sangiovese-based red wines. There's also another wine called Vernaccia, which is another red grape, and there are some white wines as well. This wine is an IGT wine, and it says right on it, Indicazione Geografica Tipica, and that means that it is above table wines, but not as high as named villages or DOC or DOCG wines. However, keep in mind that this is from Tuscany, and Tuscany is home of the Super Tuscans. The Super Tuscans were a group of wines that they added to Sangiovese French grapes like Merlot and Cab Sauv. And because they did that, they weren't allowed to call them Chianti wines or Brunello di Montalcino wines anymore. They had to call them just IGT wines, Tuscan IGT wines. So this wine, as you're going to find out in a second, is actually a kind of Super Tuscan because it is a red blend of Sangiovese and some other grapes that aren't Italian grapes. So, as I said, this is a 2016 Monte Antico Toscano IGT for $17. And it is produced by the Empson company, which I believe is a British company and a British export company. The grapes were grown in a number of different areas because there are different grapes. There's Maremma, which is a coastal area in western Tuscany. Colline Pisane, which is around Pisa. Colli Florentini, which is near Florence, and just in other places in Chianti. Grapes were grown between 800 and 1500 meters. And what are the grapes in this wine? There's Sangiovese, which is 85%, Cab Sauv, which is 10%, and Merlot, which is 5%. So it's interesting. In most wine areas, if you have 85% Sangiovese, you can just call it Sangiovese. You don't have to include the other grapes. But I think this wine is trying to identify it with the other Super Tuscans that are in the region. This wine was aged for 3 years, one in either French barriques, which are 10 to 20% of the grapes, and those were new barrels, or the rest were aged in Slavonian barrels, which were 5 to 6 years old. So you don't get the oak taste or the tannins from those, but you do get the rounding out of the flavor. So I'm excited to try this wine. It's got a 90-point sticker right on the label from James Suckling. So we'll see how this wine is. If it's for $17, if it's a nice Super Tuscany type wine, I'm going to be very excited. It's time to taste the 2016 Monte Antico Toscano IGT Red Blend. Appearance, ruby, clear. Medium ruby, I guess clear. Nose, I said medium intensity. I had to get it fairly close to the glass, but not in the glass. Clean. Okay, I smelled a lot of different aromas there. So first of all, I got some red fruit, like red cherry, red plum, strawberry, and cranberry. I got some dark fruit too, like blueberry and black plum. Some sort of baked fruit overall, a hint of green pepper, some vanilla, some toast or charred wood, maybe even like a little bit of light cedar. And then I got some agey stuff. I got like more like leather, earthy, and the wet leaf sort of area. So that's what I got out of it. Nice aroma. It's fairly complex for me. No, it's got some good complexity to it for sure.
Yeah.
And I think
it's a nice dark fruit aromas.
Well, since you got that nice, the Sangiovese and the Merlot and the Cab Sauv, I mean, they all sort of mix together, and so you're getting a lot of different things happening. So, well, shall we taste this? On the palate, I said dry. I said medium, maybe medium plus acidity, quite acidic. Medium tannins, medium alcohol. It's 13%, which is just at the near the end of medium, so that's good. I said medium body, could be medium plus. We both agree medium plus intensity. I said a medium finish. You know, it was a nice finish, but it didn't stay for a long time. Overall, the taste, I thought there was definitely less fruit on the palate, and it was a bit more acidic than I would have thought after smelling it. But there was certainly some plum, some cherry there, some red fruit, some black fruit there. But they really took a back seat to that sort of overall blending, that overall flavor. I got cedar for sure. Toast, really, like for me, toast was a really strong taste. Some pepper, definitely leather and earth, that sort of maybe even farmyard, barnyard, earthy. That's there in the taste too, because it's a nice taste. When I was tasting it, I thought, okay, it's not bad. Maybe it's good because it's a bit astringent and a bit acidic. Once I had food, it's like, oh my gosh, cheese cracker. This wine, it's beautiful. It's like a match made in heaven. This is a good pizza wine. I think this would be an excellent pizza wine, or pasta wine. It's beautiful with the food. It really made a difference. It just smoothed everything right out. Anyways, I said it's balanced, especially with food. Really nice balance to it. The length is okay. I thought it was good intensity of flavor. Fairly complex. I'm sort of saying between good and very good, and almost leaning on the very good, because this is a good price point and it's super food friendly. So I quite like this wine. If you are looking into booking a wine tour of the Okanagan next year, and you are interested in a customizable, flexible, and completely private wine tour in the comfort of your own vehicle, please check out the link below in the comments.